Hi, beautiful soul, and welcome to this video where I talk about why do you settle for less. And I'm sending you so much love and abundance from Valencia, from my favorite city in the world, and it's also the city I recently moved to in Spain. And yeah, it's just crazy because I reflect now more and more on my manifestations in my life, what has already manifested in my life that I dreamed of. And today I'm going to talk about the question that I would really like to ask you. Why do you settle for less? And this question is a question that can trigger you, um, but very positively, because sometimes we settle for less. Not even sometimes. I think most of the time we settle for less because it's all connected to our self worth and what we think is possible for us. So, this example of me having finally moved to Spain, the country that I visited, maybe it's the country I traveled to the most in my life. And since I am maybe 16 years old, I have always traveled to Spain. And um, when I turned, I don't know, 18 or I think it was 18 or 19 years old, I traveled to Spain by my own. And since then, I came back always to Spain and traveling by my own to Spain. And I was so fascinated by this country, by this relaxed feminine energy here, by the people being so nice and friendly, by the sunshine, the beautiful nature, the sea, all of that. And this dream was in my heart since a very young age that one day I will move to Spain or to a country in the south where there's a lot of sun and the sea. But I had this dream, and it was really a heart's desire always in my heart that one day I will move to Spain. And I also studied the language. Like, I studied Spanish in university to speak it that well, to speak it fluently, so I can live here. I can maybe work in a company. Back then, I thought I would work in an international company in Spain. So that's why I studied Spanish, and it makes so much sense that I'm here right now because it was always the country where my soul felt or I felt like I am my soul. I felt always so free, so liberated, so relaxed, so calm. And I was so much more in my feminine energy. Whereas in Germany, there was always this hustle mentality, and all around me everyone was hustling, stressing out, worried about the future. And yeah, just this toxic masculine energy. And I knew, okay, this is not a place where my heart feels or I feel free, I feel liberated, I feel in my highest self. So I know, of course, wherever we are in on this planet, we can feel free, we can feel liberated because it's an internal state. But I really do believe that the place and the surrounding is essential for, yeah, for our liberation, for our soul's expansion. And for me, this country was always Spain, and I traveled to this country again and again. I came back again and again, and I just love South, Southern Europe. I just love the south of Europe, and yeah, Spain was just the country for me. And I'm so happy now to be here. And it's just like also Valencia, this city. It always, it just brings out my wildest self, my most liberated self, my wild woman, my life force energy. I feel really, since day one now that I moved here, I feel that there's so much life force energy rushing through me in comparison also to the other city I lived before in Castellon. And that's also something I want to share with you, because I thought that I'm done with big cities because I lived in Berlin and I just want to live in a smaller town. So I decided for Castellon, which is not that far away from Valencia, and it just called me to go there. But as I was there, it was so boring for me. There were no social events to get to know people. It was just, yeah, it was just not for me. And I was like, okay, I don't feel well here. Why should I settle here? Why should I settle for this city if I don't feel in my highest expansion, in my highest self? And so also there, I decided after these 2.5 months, okay, I don't want to be here anymore. I am going to Valencia. And I have lived in Valencia before for studying here for a semester. So I knew already the city and I just feel home here. I came back here since now 5 or 6 years and again and again, and I love this city. So also here, I don't settle anymore for less. I don't settle for less in places where I don't feel I belong there anymore or it doesn't feel aligned anymore. And I don't settle for relationships that don't feel aligned anymore. I don't settle for jobs or work that doesn't feel aligned anymore. So also here I had some huge changes now in my business, and maybe from a perspective, from a logical perspective, it would have made sense to just continue my work as I did it before. I um, I recorded a whole online training to become an energy healer, yeah, last year in German, and I wanted to, because I already trained one person in this training, and I wanted to share this year with a group. And this was the plan. But in January, as I was expanding so much within myself and I had so much clarity about my vision, especially for this year, I felt more and more this is not aligned. This is not aligned to offer this online training to be an energy healer, because my business wants to expand. I don't want to focus only on energy healing. I don't want to be a healer, like just this classical, in the classical sense, a healer. I just want to be me. I want to be more authentic. I want to, yeah, share more actually about me without being in this mentor, healer position, coach position. And so it didn't feel liberating actually. And that's why I just decided, okay, so let's completely organize and restructure my business and do something complete new. And of course, it's now again a new beginning, because it's also a topic that I didn't focus on before. But actually, it's the topic that was most present in my life, which is abundance, embodied abundance, truly embodying abundance and living from this place and truly living and feeling it in the body, experiencing it in the body, and so attracting so much more abundance, like because you are it and you live in this state, so you are attracting so much more abundance in every form, in every aspect. So yeah, I am currently also challenging myself again and again. Where am I settling for less? Where am I tolerating things, people, situations in my life that are not matching who I actually am, that are not matching my self-worth and my self-respect and honoring myself? And so I'm really asking you right now, where do you settle for less in your life? In any area of your life, any situation, any relationship, work, where are you settling for less because you feel you don't deserve more, you are not worthy to have more, or you just believe it's not possible for you? So really feel into where are you settling for less and why? What is the reason? Because it really helps you to make this shift now from this identity of your current self to the identity of your higher self, of the version of yourself you really dream to become, you desire to become. And I want to also say here that I really do believe that we have our dreams because they have a huge purpose for us. We have our dreams in our hearts, they live in our hearts because they do have a bigger purpose for us. And this bigger purpose is that we evolve, that we grow, that we expand. And it's not so much about, for example, if you want more money and receive more money, that only if you have more money you will be more happy. That's also an illusion. It's an illusion to think that. Yes, money can make things easier for you. Yes, you can feel maybe more stable, more safe. Yes. But if you feel that only then will be more happy, you outsource your happiness. You outsource again your worth. You make it depending on external circumstances, and that's not embodied abundance. That's why I go for this topic so much, embodied abundance, because it truly means you are in the state of abundance and you are not depending anymore on external circumstances in your life. This state is there and you are embodying it. And you are it, actually. You are the abundance. So, yeah, it gets quite windy. I just feel I wanted to share this with you now because it also helped me now to see much more clearly where am I settling for less? Where am I tolerating situations, people in my life that do not feel aligned, that do not match who I want to be, and that do not match the dream I have in my heart? Because again, I think we should value our dreams so much more because they do have a bigger purpose and plan for us. And it's always about expansion, it's always about growth, learning, experiencing. And yeah, so I do believe that we shouldn't settle for less when we know and deeply feel in our hearts that there's so much more possible for us, that there is so much more possible for us. So yeah, I'm sending you so much love. And if you feel you want to go deeper into the topic of embodying abundance, I'm now launching on the 28th of April, so in 2 days. I am launching my new membership and online community where it's all about embodying abundance, and I share so many topics with you and meditations, activations that are all around embodying abundance. So it's about soul alignment. It's about grounding, creating inner safety so you can receive more abundance. It's about really reprogramming your being to live in abundance, to live in more abundance, and to really feel safe in holding more abundance and receiving more abundance. And yes, we will go deep. Every month we have a 2-day online activation, so a live immersion where we come together in a live session and we will do a beautiful activation. So if you are interested, you find all the links and informations below, and I'm so happy to gather with you. And yeah, I can't wait that we all create so much more abundance within and around us. So much abundance to you.